Hi, so we've been talking about different kinds of graphs. This is lesson 127, and it's about line graphs. In a line graph, it's often used to show change over time, and it has a vertical and a horizontal line. The horizontal line is usually the x-axis, and the vertical line is the y-axis. So usually if you have two coordinates, the first coordinate be on the horizontal line. So you would go right first, and then for the second coordinate, the y coordinate, you would go up the y-axis, the vertical line. So let's just look at this one they gave us. It's a grid called Changing Egg Prices. The years are listed on the horizontal line. The prices are listed on the vertical line. To find the price for a certain year, go across to the year and straight up to its point. Look across to read what price the point stands for. This line graph is a broken line graph. So basically with the line graph, you're going to have coordinates and you're going to just the same. You have a title, Changing Egg Prices. You have a scale, which is every 5 cents going up the vertical line. And you have years, which is in the labels. Okay, so let's just go to number 1. Complete the table by giving the price of a dozen eggs for each year. So sometimes you'll have a table, which is your information, and you need to plot that on a graph. And sometimes you have a graph, and then you need to find the information and put it into the table. And that's what we're doing now. So the years going across are given to you, and they want to know what the prices are. The first one is given to you. In 1930, the price of a dozen eggs was 30 cents. So now they're asking you, what is the price of a dozen eggs in 1940? So I'm trying this. In 1940, if we look, at 1940, and we go up, we see on one line up on the grid, it's 35 cents. So we're going to write that the price of a dozen eggs was 35 cents in 1940. How about in 1950? Let's go to 1950 and go up our vertical axes, and we see that a point was made at 60 cents. So let's go to 1950. I'm going to put 60 cents. And how about in 1960? Looks like it went down to 55 cents. So we're going to put 55 cents was the cost of a dozen eggs in 1960. In 1970, like I said, go across your horizontal line and then go up your vertical line, and you see how a point was made at 60 cents. So the cost of a dozen eggs was 60 cents in 1970, and so on. So let's look here at our questions. You finish those. Does the price of one dozen eggs tend to rise or fall? So what do you think? It looks like it's going up. So let's say rise. For what year did the price fall? Well, from 1960 and 1970. Sorry. It was from 1950 to 1960. Sorry. Then it went down 5 cents. So 1960. Do you think a dozen eggs cost 75 cents everywhere in 1980, or do you think 75 cents was an average price? So in 1980, it was 75 cents. I know it doesn't want to let me go up. Okay. And I'd say it was the average because the price can go up and down through the year, but that was the average. Okay. So now look at number 4. Let's see. Okay, so now I want to move my paper down.